Saipan. Tomas.
Good morning, Bree and
Good
Chris.
morning.
Here's the latest from the CNMI. We sat with Kalili Sablan yesterday to talk about a range of issues as the PUA and FPUC applications are filed out in the Northern Marianas. We asked him about pending national legislation and the work that needs to continue. Take a listen.
I guess I just wanted to start off to talk about, I know everyone's waiting for another stimulus check, right? And so is there an update with regards to maybe a possible CARES Act 2 or anything of HEROES Act?
Well, that's our preference. That's our preference, and look, even Mr. Powell, the Federal Reserve Bank chair, has been alluding, hasn't directly pointed to the HEROES Act, but has been alluding that a second. But he's more focused on unemployment, on the people unemployed, so that they could provide assistance to the unemployed. Again, unfortunately, here at home, and I will say this, and there's no sense in joy of me saying it, but I have to say that it's quite taking some time to get unemployment assistance up and running, we've been getting calls, and I've been getting calls, and yesterday I got a call, and there's actually two separate calls that when you go into the web portal at our Department of Labor and try to register, and then you can select the 50 states, the District of Columbia, and all the territories. The only territory missing, Commonwealth missing, is the Northern Marianas. And here you are trying to register here. I also learned some constituent called and said, I've learned a new trick. And he said, you can't, if you call the numbers that our Department of Labor has made public that regarding the unemployment, no one's answering those phones. But call TN or ROTA, Department of Labor, because they're taking information as well, and they answer the phones and they'll help you. So it's a trick. I mean, I just hope not everybody starts calling ROTA and TN, but for him it worked. So.
We also asked for his take on the current investigative subcommittee probe into Guam delegate Michael Nicholas. He said, quote, I do not know when this is going to be over. I do not know what my colleague did. I cannot one way or another judge him. There are people who are going to do that. End quote. He added, quote, I wish well for Mike. I'm sure he's frustrated with this. I keep his family in my prayers too, and the people of Guam, end quote. And some major changes announced by the COVID-19 task force here in the CNMI late yesterday. An amendment to Directive 8 of the CNMI COVID-19 Emergency Directive is modifying quarantine for all individuals entering the Commonwealth effective on June 20th. They outline 5-step process for requirements to enter the CNMI. Any person entering the CNMI may be exempted from quarantine and be able to self-quarantine if they complete all of the following steps. It's about a 5-step process. The first of which is to fill out the CNMI mandatory declaration form at least 3 days prior to their arrival on Saipan, register and respond daily to the SARA alert system monitoring system, and exercise self-quarantine for 14 consecutive days as prescribed by CHCC, and consent to a specimen collection for COVID-19 testing 5 days after arrival. Again, these are just the initial outline steps. For full details, you can visit governor.gov.mp. They also add in this press release that returning residents do not need to show proof of a valid PCR test. All residents will be scheduled for an appointment for specimen collection 5 days after their arrival. And again, these are just the initial details outlined. The full details are available at the governor's website at governor.gov.mp. Bring Chris, that's the latest making news here in the CNMI.
Thanks, Tomas. Governor Lulian Guerrero has signed an executive order to address the mental health